Wayne, we go to Flemington this Saturday, and you've got All Too Hard, and he goes to the Australian Guineas and just looked absolutely to blush them at Caulfield last Saturday.
Yeah, he did a good job. He flew the start and had a good run in transit, and he was just on song, and pretty much how he was in the Cox Plate and the Caulfield Guineas. He was there to play first up, and he was a bit soft, and out the back he was messing around a little bit because he was pretty fresh. But on Saturday he wasn't there to play. He was there to do the job, and that's what he did.
If you go back 2 weeks ago, he only just won and had horses like Mwingo and Mr. Moet coming at him, but he just looked to found his form and really peaked again.
Yeah, but he's only a 3-year-old, and it was first up over 1400. So, that was lots of people thought he's only just won and might have only beaten the B brigade as far as the those stayers resuming. But if they'd have gone another 100 yards, he probably would have still held them off. But the run last Saturday, I suppose it just told the knockers that, well, not knockers, but the people that questioned first up, it just showed you that he was just soft and he was not a bit underdone, but fit enough to win,
For a 3-year-old horse like All Too Hard, and obviously the story behind it, is it just a winning bonus going there and beating the older horses as well? Because it's a pretty hard thing to do.
Yeah, it is, but you probably don't look at it like that. You probably just look at, you put him in the best race you can at the time and just run him in the best races. And the best race this Saturday's back against his own age and probably his own sex, because you won't get too many fillies I wouldn't have thought going to run in the race. So those other 2 races were just suited perfectly to him, but now he's back to his own age.
And the 1600 with the mile just suit to him to his peak?
Oh, well, he's never raced a mile at Flemington, but the 1400 metres when he won the size, he flogged them. So that was a different day that day, and it's going to be different to this Saturday. But the mile at Flemington, I'm sure he'll eat it up.
What's the feeling as the Hawks teams as they go $1.45 favourite?
Oh, mate, we're not punters, so he can be $1.06 for all I care. But as long as he wins, but I did see him betting even money on last Saturday, and gee, I'm not a punter, but I did actually second guess myself and think about it. But it's $1.45. I'd rather be 10-1 and be the underdog like he was in the Caulfield Guineas, because no one's looking for you. But when you're $1.45 pop, they'll all be out there looking for him. So Dwayne will be on his toes.
And you've got Tarvalane nominated for the Francis Tricity Stakes over 1400 metres?
Yeah, she's still in Sydney, and she's nominated for Sydney on Saturday, but she hates wet tracks, so we would have instantly just brought her straight to Melbourne. But now that it's pouring with rain here on Tuesday morning, we're just going to wait and see how the tracks are going to fare, and if both tracks are wet, well, then we probably won't even run her this weekend.
Break of about 3 months, but how has she looked?
Yeah, she's done well. I think Star Gazelle beat her at Moonee Valley Cox Plate Day in a group race, and it won last Saturday, so it franked the form fairly well. Star Gazelle's a pretty smart horse. So, she goes good, but she needs a rock-hard track, so it's just unfortunate for her this week. It's wet everywhere.